Yo, what's good, man? MBS Central, MBS Uncensored. I'm your boy Keo. You know what happened earlier right now, man. It is done. It's a wrap. The TBL Takeover Battle League, presented by TBL and TMM, the highly anticipated card, 2-day event, Apollo. It's finally official for day one. It's here. I'm gonna jump. Not gonna spend too much time on it. I know they're gonna have day two right afterwards. And I'll give you more of full of a recap, like the bar breakdowns, like later this week. But yeah, man, that's what's going on right now. I'm gonna get right to it because it's probably late where you're at, late where I'm at. So this is the day one recap for Takeover Battle League Apollo. New Jersey Twerk and A Ward was not going down. People, when I say, oh, it has to do with Twerk, people think it's a bad thing. So Twerk is actually dealing with a foot injury. He's dealing with a fractured foot. From what I know, he actually let the league know about it. He let the league know about it. And as far as his opponent A Ward goes, and yeah, so the battle didn't go down. I think it will be getting rescheduled sometime in the near future. I don't know when. Um, Award wasn't that upset about it because he said, "Yo, TBL been been taking good care of him, and he had no complaints about it." But so he's actually there. Twerk is not there, so I mean, we'll see what happens. So I know fans are really disappointed on it. I know this battle is a battle that everybody wanted to see, and actually, it hurted the card, to be honest with you. And it definitely left a damper on the card, but the show must go on, and there were battles still left to be decided and determined. It took a while for the event to start. Normal battle rap events, that's expected. So, so I was not surprised at all. But we go into the first battle of the night. It's basically going through the exact lineup the way it was supposed to go. First battle of the night, Cabo Bravado versus Snake Eyes. This was a money on the floor judged battle. Um, I felt like Capo, I felt like Capo, you know, majority of this battle, I felt like he dominated this battle. He very clearly aggressive approach, like the angles he took. He had the addressing Snake Eyes girl. He had the bags and bodies angle, and Capo did his thing though, man. Definitely was not surprised by it. I actually had Capo 2-1. Capo actually choked in one of his I wouldn't say choke, but he had a slip up in one of his rounds. So technically, when that happens, I felt like Snake was good enough to actually win that battle, and it's basically proves my point to every single time when it comes to Snake Eyes that he's good at promoing and he's not good at winning his battles. Snake Eyes did he didn't make an excuse after the battle. He was, he was very respectful, good sportsmanship, and he said, every guy has his loss. He actually has a baby on the way, and he says that after his text battle, he's actually going to be taking a break from battle rap and to take care of his kid. So, you know what I mean. Shout out to Snake though, man. For real, shout out to Snake. First kid on the way, so that's definitely dope. But at the end of the day, Copper won this battle, man. Took the money to the floor, and he came out with the W once again. So that was it. Next battle we had was hometown favorite KCJ. Um, well, I think she's from Dallas. Not Houston, but still hometown. KCJ versus J Love in this battle, man. First round, KCJ um, out the gate in the first round, man. Yeah, she was cooking in the first round. Definitely like the material she had. She had a lot of J flips on there. She had, some we go hard angles talking about giving her a shot. Um J Love's first round, I wasn't feeling at all. To be honest with you, I wasn't feeling her first two rounds. I kind of felt like Casey was gonna win this battle very convincingly, and I kind of felt like she was gonna dominate this battle. And that's what exactly I felt like. That's what I felt like. I felt like Casey did in this battle, though, man. She was um, she was really good at what she was doing, and I was not surprised by anything at all when it came to this battle. She won this by 89%. A couple of the bars she had was what she had. She said, "You not comfortable in your own skin cirrhosis." Who she KCJ also had and they put a case on Love No Diddy. That's actually one of my favorite parts of the night. You can't get this meal up front, Anthony Edwards. One of the bars I like from J Lo was Big Ass Gun, the kickback got my tits moving. Um, I thought that was dope though, man. Um, yeah, KCJ for the most part, I felt like she won every single round in this battle. Like I said, she won the poll by 89%. And once again, she will bounce back, win, dominated this battle. Solid performance, man. So I definitely better than what happened in their last battle against Clips. So I gave her all three rounds in the battle. So we move on to the next battle, and the next battle was J2 versus Loso. This is an interesting matchup. You got the gay rapper versus the Christian rapper. So I was curious how this was going to end out. J2's been on has been on a roll as of late. We haven't seen Loso that much, and this was a huge matchup for him. Loso, he had the crazy rebuttal when he talked about when J2 had his right about getting on your knees. He said you right. God wasn't answering your prayers because you be on your knees doing the wrong thing. When he did that rebuttal, the crowd went crazy in that round, man. So Loso 1-0. I felt like he had a lot of room shakers to hold it down. J2 this is going to be a lot of fun. Two ratchets, Hillary and Kamala. Go ahead, bitch. Try to run. That was nasty, man. That was cold, man. I definitely like what they had. Losa was up two rounds. It was up two rounds. The crowd was chanting 2-0. The crowd was chanting "Leave him alone." It was actually one of the best performance of the night. He had the I had enough of dude. I'm gonna send it up to the higher power. Exponent is up onto. He had a lot of dope uh J and two flips, which was dope, which I never heard before. So I thought that was dope what Loso did, and it was a really good performance by Loso. I originally picked him to win this battle. I felt like it was gonna tough to beat him. He didn't go a lot of the gay jokes like Snake approach, but Losa did take a shot at Verb though. I remember that. Verb was not happy about that. He actually made us spaces about Loso afterwards. So I thought that was interesting. 88% to 12%. Loso won the battle according to the people that watched the battle. Um, that was a good battle though, man. Good performance by it. It's actually the battles just kept on getting better as the event continued. And once again, J2 was not bad. It was just low, so it was just better tonight. Um, so going to the next battle, it was Chef Trez and Lou Castro. This is a battle that people were ready for. This was a lot of people said this was one of the best battles of the night. It was what I expected in this battle. You had the Lou. He had some crazy Lou flips. He called him a loser, and he had a lot of that. He said you only meal was with Charlie Clips. Lou Castro, was Lou Castro. Great performance, was funny, aggressive. This was one of the best battles of the night. Good back and forth. I had Chef Trez winning this battle 2-1. The fan vote actually had 67% to 33 in favor of Chef Trez. Trez was good though, man. He had his freestyles, he had his rebuttals. I don't think he did three of them things though, man. But it's Chef Trez at the end of the day, man. He's just one a complete rapper, making the Cody list twice this year. Luke Castro, man. He's definitely in the nomination this year. I know it's early for most improved battle rapper or comeback battle rapper of the year because he's had some huge performances and some huge wins on big platforms. So I give that. A lot of people love this battle though. Chef Trez and Luke Castro from day one. So definitely, a lot of people have been talking about this battle. But yeah. So going on to the next battle. So going to the next battle, it was debate between we weren't sure if it was going to be Hustle or Real Deal, if it was going to be Eunice and Pass. So finally, they finally announced it, and it was Pass. Uh, he past second round was all right. He said he had the stepping prosthetic fake foots. He actually started dissing the spaces. Eunice's first round, he had the crazy haymaker. He was had the town business scheme. He had the town business flips. He had the SpongeBob one about the swimsuit in the bottle. Eunice was cooking though, man. In the first round, he landed about three haymakers, and I honestly felt like he clearly won that round. Like that was like a clear. It was very clear to me. I felt like this was gonna be interesting. I was like, damn, mate, Pat might lose this battle, but Pat. It seemed like Pat forgot about the first round and it was like he wrote up in this battle though, because I kind of felt like he won the next two rounds in this battle. Eunice had a solid third round, but I kind of felt like it wasn't enough compared to what Pass did. And Pass definitely showed levels. He showed the difference between, a rookie and a veteran. Eunice was good though, man. I can't deny that Eunice was really good in this battle though. He gave Cat Pass a run for the money, and this is actually one of the first times where Eunice went up against a writer, and people kind of felt like it was very clear that Pass won this battle. But if anybody's debating the third round, it can be they can have a conversation about that. M- Votes actually have Pass winning 61 to 39% though. Good battle though, dope battle though. The only round was clear for Eunice was the first. Pass, like I said, the way he won the second and third, in my opinion. Um, but third round, like I said, that can't be debated though. All right, so we going to the next battles now. So just to let you know, there's no twerk and a work going on. Earlier the day they actually announced that there's actually going to be two surprise battles, one for today and the other for tomorrow. And those two battles are Cortez and Av, which I'm going to get to in a bit. And then for tomorrow, they got Chess versus Swamp. All right. So let's go move on over. The next battle that was up, it was Miss Hustle versus Real Deal. Miss Hustle, fresh off the Hitman battle. Um, yo, Miss Hustle, Real Deal. Real Deal came in the first. He had the 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 Oiler up, the Eddie George Oiler up par. I thought that was dope. Miss Hustle brought in the Blackjack Deal bar. She had the one of my favorite ones she had was the you're used to report cards, but this is a military grade. Whew. She had the teacher, had the teacher one. She had him she had him talking about him being an alcoholic. That's why he's not booked no more. Talked about his king of the Dodge chain. Miss Hustle was getting really personal though. And I noticed that's the things that she's been doing lately. She's been getting really personal though, with Real Deal. No, as far as her battle goes, I kind of felt like the second round was very, very close though. First round, I actually gave it to Miss Hustle very clear. I thought she definitely won that round. I like the hustle bar where she said, "I'll make the teacher take his chain off at the front door like Joe Clark." That was dope. This was a close battle, also 64% to 36 in favor of Miss Hustle, though, man. So the first round, I actually gave it to Miss Hustle. Second round, I gave it to Real Deal. Third round, I gave it to Miss Hustle, and this was an entertaining battle. Though it was funny, it got personal, and you had a lot of bars in it, man. This, to be honest with you, I actually enjoyed this battle more than the Chef Trez and Luke Castle one. So I actually, if you ask me, I have this for the battle of the night from day one right now. But like I said, I got Miss Hustle, man. First and third. Third could definitely be have a conversation. First, Hustle clear. Second, definitely edge it to Real Deal though. But this was good though. Good showings for both of them. Hustle, man. Back to back weeks, winning it, man. And right now, she's the favorite to win Wody right now. The 2024 Wody hasn't been announced, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be on the top three or even top two. So yeah, man. So Miss Hustle once again showing that she's dominating this this battle rap culture right now. And we still want to see that jazz rematch. So I don't know who's gonna book it, but we want to see that, man. Um Going to the next battle. To be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna be here saying that, I'm not gonna cap with anybody on here. I missed half of the Charlie Clips one. From what I the reports that I got, a lot of people said you did not miss much. A lot of people were disappointed in the battle. They saying the same thing. Clips was joking around. He was making a fool out of this battle. This battle was a waste of booking, and a lot of people were disappointed in it. I know he had Cortez involved in the round also. I didn't know Cortez, slept with Mike P's wife. At the end of the day, man, I don't think this angle's ever gonna get old as long as Mike P's battle raps. This battle is gonna be used. And I feel like these two actually wasted the classic, man. So it was very disappointing, though. I mean, I ain't got much to say. There's not much to say when it comes down to it. It's a normal clips from what you see. So, um, all right. So, we moving on to the next battle. And that next battle, so surprisingly, um, oh yeah, Av and Cortez, Cortez. It was all right though. It was all right. It was cool. It wasn't no like battle of the night nominee. It was all right though, man. I kind of felt like it was one sided. definitely had Av in there. There was a little hiccup altercation in the beginning of the battle because you know uh Av was like, "Yo, this is 130, man. You going overtime." So Cortez yeah, they got over it those, but Av won this battle though. I think he won all three rounds in this battle. It was an easy battle for Av after definitely a better performance though after his bad news performance. And speaking of bad news got brought up in every single battle. You talking about current event bars? It was bad news, and it was a Marvin Sapp that got brought up a lot. Um, but yeah, man. So going to the main event. Well, I thought it was the main event, but it's not. So I honest um so Jazz and Hollow was slated for the main event, but they weren't the main event. They were actually the second to last battle to end the night. Um, so Jazz, I don't know why. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, it was not the main event. Jazz, man, um, she won the battle. Plain and simple. I thought she won every single round in this battle. A lot, there are some people who felt like Hollow got the first round. I feel like Jazz was very consistent. She was very prepared. She had a lot of moments in every single round in this battle, and she had a couple of room shakers. Man, the only round that was debatable is the first round, though. If you give it to Hollow the first, then I can't be mad about that, man. But Jazz, yeah, she won. She won all three rounds. She had the bar. I left so many spaces and they blanked. They said it ruined battle rap. Ouch. She had a lot of she had a lot of hollow bars. She had the how lows. Um, she had, she brought up the John situation. Hollow, fortunately, actually addressed Ghost Rights, saying Rum Nitty or Surf was their Ghost Right. I don't think so because, yeah, Jazz, nah. But yeah, I definitely had Jazz winning this battle. Jazz is different though, man. Jazz is just she don't lose, and it's hard betting against Jazz. Like she 30 the champion of the year. She 30 the last two champion of the years, which was Big K also, and then beating somebody like Hollow also. I think that's amazing what Jazz has done, man, and she continues to impress a lot of people. Voting actually has 71% to 29 um Jazz over Hollow. So yeah. Um yeah, so going to the main event now, which why I don't know why it was the main event. I'm not sure, but it was the main event. 40 bars versus Geechee Gotti. This battle was underwhelming, to be honest with you. It was you got what you got at the end of the day. Like I said, I don't have Geechee was funny. He was freestyling. He was rebuttaling. He was getting disrespectful and personal. He was talking about 40 bars being homeless. He was talking about how she's no she was considered the goat. Now she's no longer the goat. Um, a lot of derogatory, disrespectful things that I'm not gonna say on the air. He said, 40 had a Geechee starts his intro. He says, "We got Geechee Gotti versus Beep. How you gonna come? How you gonna come here with your wigs all effed up?" I thought that was funny, entertaining. 40 bar. He said this blank is shaped like Peter Griffin. I wouldn't f you at my lowest point. Oh, okay. third round 40, she choked. Choked, slip up, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are not surprised by it because it's the 40 that we used to seeing. And yeah, man, this it wasn't no bar fest. This wasn't no lyrical warfare or anything like that. Nothing close to that. They got Geechee winning this battle 81% to 19. I ain't got much to say about it. Yeah, and that's just how the battle went. To me, in my opinion. Yeah, so it was a lot to go over, man. I would break down more bars to you guys, but if I did that for every battle, I'll probably be on here all night. But yeah, it was a total of 10 battles that went down. It was supposed to be 11 because Twerk and A Ward did not go down. The battle just ended like probably 2 hours ago. It was a cool day one though, man. It was dope though. I've kind of felt like until the last two battles, there was probably like two battles where I felt like, "Ugh, you guys fucked it up." That's what I felt like. Crowd was cool. The crowd was definitely cool. They were definitely good. They were actually better than the crowd in on the Hitman card, the Bags and Bodies card. So the crowd was cool. They were reacting to everybody. Nobody was biased or anything like that. So yeah, it was a crowd cool. It was a great showing also. Like nearly the whole battle rap culture showed out for this one. With it not being a URL event and they're showing out like this, thought that was dope though, man. But we ain't even done. Day two is still left. So we're gonna see what happened though, man. But I'll be back here tomorrow, probably after the event's over, to talk about more about the event for day two. But I just wanted to give you a quick recap. I'll definitely give you a full recap, probably sometime later this week. I'll probably be on here with Danny after his battle ends. But yeah, man, quick recap from Apollo, man. What went down day one. Like I said, my battle of the night, Miss Hustle versus Real Deal. Performance of the night, I'm giving it to Loso. But until then, this is the Apollo recap of day one. I'm Keo, MBS Uncensored. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. We out.